Hey everyone, so I'm going to do a quick one. Another take on the raindrop effect. We've seen it. I'm going to do like this guy, but with some different colors. Let's hop right to it. I'm going to just tell you ahead of time, I lost most of the time-lapse footage of this. There's a few like instances of me doing the little dots, but for the most part, it's going to rush right past. Something you should probably know is that you need to have your light on hand so that you can quick set those dots. You don't want them to run. Okay, here comes the time lapse. Don't blink because it's going to go by real fast. We're just going to skip to picking colors. I have these really beautiful chrome powders that I got from Temu, I think. I was a little hesitant with the gold because sometimes gold can read like gray when you put black behind it. So I was a little iffy on that one, but I thought, screw it. We'll just go for it, right? So here I'm just going to start with the gold. You always want to start with the lightest color so you can transition into the darker one. This gold right here is super rich in color. Now you see right here I'm starting like away from the gold because I'm going to come back later with the gold and drag it into that darker copper color. Make sure you get all up into the little feetsies. After I got done with this, I was kind of thinking I needed some red, but I'm not really ready to commit my red powder to this project. Plus, I wanted to see how they all work together. It came as a set. It looks a lot redder in the container than it did when I put it on. Kind of had a purple tone to it, or like a cherry. It turned out nice though. And I'm also going to tell you ahead of time that I lost the footage of me unmolding it. So we're going to just skip to the reveal at the end. So now I got the resin mixed up. We're going to go real slow. You don't want to drag any of those pigments off. And just let the resin find its way into all the little crevasses. At this point, you're probably better off like pushing it out to the little feet and into these small little points, but I've done this mold a lot, and so I kind of know my way around it, but you're really better off just nudging it along. Don't try pouring it, because you probably know that resin likes to flow. And it likes to especially flow out of your cup and down the side and get all over the place. So now these videos that people make, sometimes it looks a little more simple than it is. And it is simple, but there's a lot of nuance, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Resin kind of has a mind of its own, so you have to learn to work with it. And catch your drips, people. Catch your drips. Have a little towel on hand to swoop that up, because once it starts going, see, it doesn't want to stop. Come up close here so you can see the feet. I've made so many of these geckos. Or is it a lizard? I don't know. I have no clue. I want to try to bring that up as much as I can to dome it. So I let that cure for, I don't know, it's a few hours. I let it get pretty thick and then I put it on a food dehydrator. Probably about 6 hours. You can tell the feet are still really bendy. It's a strange thing with resin that the thinner parts cure slower than the thicker parts. So you have to just be really careful and work them out. Again, I lose the end of this footage because right as it pops out of the mold, I knock my camera over. And for some reason, when I painted the eyeballs, I didn't even record that. So just so you know. And also right here, what I'm going to do is put him in something that holds his tail a little more curved so he can cure like that. Then you can hang it on the wall. Makes it a lot easier. So we're going to go ahead and get him out of here. I'll cut off the knocking the camera over part because you don't need to see my bloopers. So let's just, there we go. Again, I used like a black paint pen on his eyes. This is under the indoor lights. I'll take it outside in a second and get some sunlight pictures. It has a slight shift to it. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. And we got a nice transition from the colors. Didn't get any patchiness. This is really pretty. I quite like it. I'm very impressed with those pigments. They're super duper concentrated. Here we are outside with some sunlight. I really like this guy. And he matches the tray that I made a few days ago that you probably didn't see because, let's face it, nobody's actually watching these videos. But here I am making them. So if you got this far, thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.